Like telesales, in order to do that, we need to know many inside things about these telecom industries, which because the campaign which we are running already now for personal visit, over there, product explanations, pricing, convincing the customers, everything has been taken care by our specialist who visit the customer. Our job was to just inform them. It's about NBN comparison. My specialist will come and explain you in details. So our job was quite very easy of it. But when it comes to the telesales, now for these, there don't be any visit by anyone, excluding the installers or the technical team, if it is required. For the sales closing, everything will be done through telephonic, and we might have two different segments to do that. One, we will just generate the leads by explaining the products, I mean tariffs and everything, and the closing will happen by the sales team. So the sales team might be in India or might be in Australia. We have a different suppliers for this, so we will deal with that accordingly. So basically the call is going to be two different segments. One, the lead generator will explain the tariffs, explain the benefits, and all handle all the other queries. Then the closure team will contact the customers for further documentations and complete the procedure. So this is for residential as of now. This is across Australia. We can target throughout the Australia anywhere. Yeah. But if there is any logistical concerns are involved, like SIM card delivery, modem delivery, anything, then we may have to check with distance also with our suppliers from time to time. But in generally, this all are we are authorized to dial for across Australia, unlike this VU or NSW, which was state specified. So for this, there's no such restrictions. And so in order to do that, we need to know in depth about the telecom industries, the basic knowledge, so that we can explain them everything and they can handle it properly. You can handle the customers' queries and convince them properly. So yeah, before we start, the telecom industries or the telecommunication services, as said, we all are been using this service from pretty long for our personal life as well as professional life. But I'm not sure how many of you been precisely who is using the ID called Alan. I can see someone logged in and mentioned the name as Alan. Can you please help with your real name? I don't know who was that having laptop.
That could be probably that Somnath. Maybe he's trying
Could
to.
be even I was assuming.
Yeah,
I was
mean,
I'm assuming same.
that's the name he used on call. Ellen, is that you, Somnath? Can you unmute yourself and confirm that it's you? Somnath, can you hear me? Okay, anyway, that is probably him, so you can continue. I'll just check with him.
Sure. Okay. So I was just trying to know the basic knowledge of you guys about telecom services, the telecom and telecom industries of telecommunication services. What's your explanation? Um, Amir, Peter, Somnath are excused because other two had a discussion already. Rest all,
Yes,
yeah, be there.
yes,
Probably Ravish. You're not audible to ask Ravish.
now audible, sir? Hello, hello,
Your volume is very low, Ravish. Maybe try increasing
hello.
the volume.
Am I
Yeah,
audible, Miss Lozano, now?
still low, but we can somehow hear you.
Okay. Yeah, with regards to telecom, I have a prior experience, and now that I'm,
Haven't you logged in from your regular device?
yes, sir, I'm logged in from regular device.
Because we
What?
barely able to hear you.
Okay. So can you hear me now? Am I audible now?
Little bit increased, but it need to be quite more.
Okay. All right. So shall I log in again, sir? Maybe it will improve.
Now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Okay. All right. So I do have experience in telecom, so I've dialed before, and with dialing for businesses in Victoria and also for Queensland, I've gathered some experience in telecom. So I think that the for the residentials also it remains the same. Only the basic things remains the same. Only we have to pitch according to the residential customers. Just exclude the that business part and include the residential thing.
Okay, so you mean you have dialed for telecom project earlier as well? Then
Yes, sir. I have dialed for a telecom earlier.
which one was that and from which country?
So for, I've dialed for Optus before. In Telemines, when I was working, we were dialing for Optus.
What was your product?
So we were dialing for Optus plans. Actually, we are comparing with different, we were calling the residential customers, asking them that what plan they are on, and then we used to compare with Optus, and we used to offer them Optus plan, like in comparison to other plans, like iNet or
For what are for which are the products?
the products were it was simple NBN plan. We were increasing the speed, internet speed to the internet speed. We were basically increasing the internet speed. We were pitching on the basis of internet speed that we are going to increase the Mbps speed to a better plan.
So you
Not
are okay. So you are switching the customers from other network to Optus and providing
yes, sir.
them for the
Yes,
internet services, right?
yes, sir. Absolutely.
In a minute. Okay. Who else? Um, Anyone else have worked for telecom process earlier in your career? Like we say, Ganesh including you as
No,
well,
sir.
because same.
No, sir.
Then since you are carrying some of past experience in this industry, so like have you dialed for any telecom sales or internationally?
Not for the lead generation, but yes, for Optus, for a couple of months, I did try.
Great. By any means, any chance, do you remember what was the product that was you are doing? Is it like mobile plans or NVN or broadband?
Yes, it was broadband modem, like broadband modem and the mobile plan that prepaid to postpaid.
Great. Okay. See, my question. I'll come back to my question. Like, irrespective of you have experience to dial for telecom or not, what's your basic thoughts, things thought about the telecommunication services? What exactly it means and how it happens, or any sort of ideas on that? Same.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because you are using the telecom services for your personal life as well. All of us,
Yeah.
right? So what's your basic understanding of it?
So all we need on telecommunication that a proper browse plan to access the internet for callings,
Hmm?
for network connections.
Mhm.
These are the things that are important for telecommunication.
What exactly you understand by telecommunication services or telecom services?
Like I said, it's all about calling is all about browsing it on internet.
Mhm.
These are the things.
Okay. That's all. Okay.
So the communication services are landline services, mobile services, internet services, all comes into telecommunications.
Mhm. Right. Yep. Anyone else, please? Just share your basic because basic knowledge. That's all.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. In telecom services, normally we focused. I think customer will be focused on network issues. Then after about the plan, like how plan is like it's good or not. That's the main thing. And if you go with the broadband, they always concern with the speed. Whether it is speed is good or not, and the amount they are paying, like cost they are paying per month. That's more concern and the facilities or advantage they are getting beyond like here in India we normally get OTT contents and all. Those are different versions. So those are the facts and especially in services, people are suffering because of like service after sales. That's an important part actually. After having like Geo connects or Airtel connection, if speed is okay as well, everything is okay, but if service is not on time, that's the main I think concern for the customer. And as well, plan is the important thing comparing with others. Either they are providing high speed in a lower price, like in terms of Mbps, in a lower speed, they are providing OTT contents and advantages. Like I used to work in Geo Fiber for almost 2 years. So our competitor was Airtel over here. I mean in West Bengal normally. So local connections normally they are not the doesn't comes under our like competitors. Only Airtels and all. So we used to compare with the speed. the amount what customer is paying. If Jio is giving 13 Mbps in 470, Airtel might be giving that on 550. So that was our basic point. And other thing, network wise, like whether network is good or not, speed comparison we should do, like what extra we are providing beyond Airtel. I mean, like in terms of speed and in terms of a lot of things like services also. Then after sales, normally after having like getting customer into the boat, the main concern was the service by our team. Like they don't reach on time, they don't provide good services to them. That's the reason normally customer get rid of that connection. They will switch to Airtel because of that. That's an important point with to deal with.
Okay. So you are trying to now you may move to compare it with one provider to another provider, which is the next point to discuss. Anyway, thank you for sharing it. So just a short definition of telecommunication. Telecommunication is an electronic transmission of information over the distances. The information may be in the form of voice telephone calls, data, text, images, or videos. So currently, all of us are using taking the and enjoying the benefit of telecommunication services only. And when you talk about digital India, I mean digital technologies, digital platform is completely based on the telecommunications. So all land phones, the mobile SIM cards, UIP accounts, internet, wired internet, broadband, fiber, Wi-Fi. These all are the telecommunication devices and services. Also, like then when whatever the works we do through that, we speak to each other over the phone, then send images, videos, text. All these falls under telecommunications. So we don't go much into it now. Afterwards, do explore by yourself in Google, because no one on call, no one will ask you what you mean by telecommunication. But these are the basic fundamentals, and we talk about we start deep to work on telecom services. So we just going with a short explanation, detailing details you can explore by yourself to gain your knowledge more. And now next coming to that is how it works. As we are as someone has trained, then for similar way, I will just elaborate a little bit on it. So every countries they have a government body corporate who controls the telecommunication rules and adds everything for the consumers betterment safety. And they authorize some of the large companies which are who are really billions or who are fortunate companies who established the physical like devices, cables, tools, and everything, and invest billions together to do that. And through that, then they authorize them to sell it to other all telecom companies. And then they charge as per their own plans. Okay. Now, since we talk about the Australian markets, Australian telecom services, which are quite different than our Indian markets, Indian telecom structures. So we will majorly explain about the Australian ones. So if we talk about earlier, a decade ago, like 20, 10, 12, 13, like that, there are some limited telecom suppliers who are playing in a large skills, large skills, the large volumes, like Telstra, Optus, Vodafone, Commander, and likewise, there are some of them who are majorly covering the across Australia's wholesale main telecom services. And there are some small players also who are used to buy the services from this all one of them, the large companies like Tesla, Optus, Commander, and all, and sell it by their rebranding on their own company name with the different tariffs and all. That's how it was going through earlier. After that, slowly the new technology has been arrived in the telecom industry for the global, which we all know in a one common name, that is fiber optical cables, fiber connections. So I'm sure by now all of us are aware about the fiber connections. Most of us are
Yes,
using
Datta.
us, right? So
Datta,
yep,
I wanted to know one thing.
yes,
Basically, like even like it's an example in India, like TRAI is a telecom regulatory authority body. So in Australia, who is the authority body of for the telecom service?
there are 2 to 3. One is ECMA. Uh, one more is there. I forgot the short form of that because but
Oh,
A triple C is there. Mm, there's one more. There are 2 to 3 different. One is common is ECMA. Then a triple C is there. There is one more. It depends on the because it has many different segments like wholesaler, retailers, then distributors, authorized dealer. So they have a different teams who controls all the different rules. So common is the ECMA, then another one is ACCC, there is Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. There is one more IT something, forgot. But I'll just make a note of this and next session we'll cover it up.
IT or it would be ALRC.
ALRC, you mean?
Australian Law Reform Commission.
Could be that could be you are right. As say there are 3 to 4 different body corporates. In India we have one common which is TRAI, but in Aussie
Yes.
they have a different depending on where what you are. Like, are you a consumer or are you just authorized dealer or are you a wholesale supplier? That's how it's usually divides the sections.
All right.
Yeah. So in common, we will just consider the ECMA now because that's the one majorly holds the authority for consumers.
For the telecommunication.
Right. Okay.
All right.
So two things, which as of now we need to keep in mind. The ECMA, another one is ACCC, because uh ACCC is now responsible for the national broadband network services and mobile services also, which will be our product. So we need to be quite aware about this ACCC as well. We'll share more if we get something else. Okay. So talking about the fiber connections. So when you talk about fiber connections, it just provides the internet services and other telephonic services. It's the digital platform of old connection of broadbands, which you call the analog platform. So if someone of you have been used to the connected with the internet services on all in the last 7 to 8 years ago, then you are aware about the broadband services also. Nowadays, slowly the broadbands are taking off and fibers are getting onboarded, which is like analog, changing from analog platform to digital platform. Okay. So as I was talking about the different companies who are holding all these authorities with the who are the big like major players. So even in India still now, what happens if you ever notice, every company like Airtel, Jio, BSNL, Railway, this is the four, I mean, Tata. This is the 4, 5 large player at the moment in the market. They all go by their own infrastructures. So if you just walk around in your area, you will see many different junction box and many different cables are lying somewhere under the ground, somewhere on the top, with on the pillar, with the trees, different ways. Many different companies are connecting their own infrastructures, own cablings and everything. That's how usually it used to work in the past also, and which in India also happening in the same way. Now, while introducing the fiber connections in Australia, the Australian government made some sudden changes on it. They just thought for the future and the for the environment, even for the economically also. They brought in rules like, rather than going with the same way that every company will have their own infrastructure, they decided to with one common infrastructures for fiber connection, and which would be controlled by government body corporate. And the name they have provided is NBN. Full form of it? This is it?
National Broadband Connection.
No.
Network,
And
bro.
National Broadband
So,
Network.
National Broadband Network, NBN. So which and nowadays whoever are connected to Australian market telecom industries, little bit, all of you are aware about the for short form of NBN. But I'm not sure how many of you actually know depth about it. So far, if I talk about it for our like CCS projects, the telecom one which are doing, if you know just basic of it, that was good enough. Now, since we would be jumping to the deep explanations to the customers, then it's quite important for us to know what exactly it is. So as I'm saying that, as I said, I will be giving a short touch about this in details. You can explore in Google afterwards. So in short, like as and we talked about the government named it as the NBN National Broadband Network, as the government mentioned that they will take care of all the physical infrastructures, laying down the cables, pillars, and all other physical equipments will be taken care by NBN. So all these telecom suppliers, telecom providers, so-called Optus, Telstra, Vodafone, and many others, they don't need to go into the their own infrastructures for the physical, and they don't need to invest anything in advance for that. And it's mandatory that they have to go through with NBN while they are connecting to the fiber. No telecom companies are authorized to with their own infrastructures for the NBN. This is the mandate rules now. So if someone worked for the power and gas energy retailers services, there are two things called one distributor, one retailers. So here also the same will now follow the same rules. So NBN is the core supplier for the physical connections and everything. After that, they give one authorities to these all telecom providers to sell their tariffs to the customer as per their own designs, own strategies. So that means now NBN is providing a services, physical subcontract, physical infrastructure, everything to the customers, but NBN do not deal with any customers directly. NBN closely works with the retailers or the telecom providers. Whatever the charges for the NBN, those all they have taken, they take it from the telecom providers. NBN don't charge anything to the customers directly. Is that clear? In short,
Yes, sir.
Suman, Visajit, same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. So NBN is the one, I mean, it's a government body that set the rules for a telecommunication, right? Telecom company, such as like Telstra, OG Communication and all.
Okay, just small clarification on that. NBN do not create the rules. NBN itself also follows the telecom rules by the Australian government. So NBN sell out the services to telecom providers. But NBN cannot create a rules by themselves. They have to follow this all these government body corporates like MY, HCCC, and all others.
So now we will be doing the NBN for residences, sir. Like with
Okay,
the
we will be
businesses.
coming.
Yes.
We will be coming into that part. We'll learn. So that's the next step to discuss. Definitely we'll discuss about that. Before that, we are just trying to understand what is NBN, how it works, and all. I think for Amir and Somnath, Peter, you have already gone through this session in the last day, other day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for if I ask you to just explain a little bit about the different type of NBN connections, if you have done your homework, will you be able to do it?
Definitely can try for it.
Pardon me?
Definitely can try for it, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, in NBN, there are basically 6 type of NBN connections are. So first of all, if you talk about the first one, it would be FTTP, which stands for fiber to the premises. The second one would be FTTN, which is fiber to the node. The third connection would be FTTC, which is known as fiber to the curb. The fourth one would be FTTB, which is known as fiber to the building. The fifth one would be HFC, which is known as hybrid fiber coaxial. And the sixth one is FW. It's fixed wireless. So in NBN total, there is 6 kind of connections which basically are there for the NBN connection. That's all we know.
But there is also satellite NBN.
All right, but we know about 6. Datta, is there any satellite NBN also?
Okay. Yeah, satellite NBN, that's something called SkyMaster, which usually do not falls under this NBN category and that doesn't control by NBN. So that's why it's never nowhere mentioned over here. But yeah, we'll talk about that also. And we don't deal with the satellite SkyMaster. Okay, so guys, if you just go through my screen, which I've shared. So there are basically the 6 type of common NBN services which NBN provides to the consumers. And before I start the explanation, just to learn that this is something defined, decided by the NBN, especially like technicians or the developers. Depending on the area, they decide which area will get what kind of NBN services. Customer can't get a choice of in one of these. That I don't want FTTP, I want a HFC, or I don't know, I want FTTP. This cannot be happen. There's no choice for the customers to choose anything of it, but there are still 6 different type of NBNs, which depending on the areas and depending on the feasibilities, NBN provides those service, the different services to different localities, and all the customers in those particular locations, they have to go through with this desired services type of NBN only. Fiber to the premise. This is some, it looks like some this way. Outside your premise, then there will be an NBN utility box that will connect with your inside your premise one connection box, which connected to the power supplies. Then it connects to the modem, which comes with the Wi-Fi, Ethernet cable, and the telephone cables. And from there, the rest of the utilities devices will be connected. Very quite similar how are in India, most of the houses, and we use the fiber connection nowadays. Whoever you got a fiber connections at your home now or your office, you did notice that there is a junction box outside your premise. It could be connected in a tree or in a pillar or somewhere in some building corner, but not in your premise. It's in a common junction box for 8, 10 to 12 connections. From there, one
Yes.
cable comes in, and it most of the time it connects with one black color box or small white color boxes,
Yeah.
right? And usually that boxes in India does not require a power supply. Wherein we need a power supply for the modem over here. But in all this is the NVN, that connection box itself required a power supply. And that power supply, most of the time, it comes with the optional battery backup. So that in case the power goes off, it can be connect with the UPS and the other batteries and can run the services smoothly. From that box, it connected to our modems, which provide by the uh, all these NVN supported modem, which mostly provided by the telecom company. Video is the TV service like this close picture. Now fixed wireless. This fixed wireless option that NBCC's National Broadband Network Company is running for regional areas. This type of connection utilizes the data transmit over radio signal to connect a premise to the NVN network. The connection is typically used in circumstances where the distance between the premise is many kilometers. Data travels from a transmission tower located as far as 14 kilometers to an NVN outdoor antenna that have been fitted to the premise. So the fixed wireless, they connect it in mostly in the regionals where the distance are quite huge. The is lying down the cables, physical cables will not be or. That's why they implemented the fixed wireless, wherein same it has a outdoor antennas, which could be again like outside your premise, and then from there it goes to inside with a wall outlet and the NVN connection box. Then it's connected to the modem. Is the close-up views. Then next one is fiber to the node. Involve a line of fiber being run to local to a central location. This is often located at the end of your street or between a number of streets. From the node to your home connection runs along traditional copper telephone line. You just need to connect your modem through the regular phone socket in your house. This is the telephone socket. This is the power lines, and this is the modem. Then again, with the modem comes with the NVN supported Wi-Fi, telephone lines, Ethernet cables, Wi-Fi, everything. So it got a main junction points, which probably covers a couple of streets or might be one street. From there, one regular copper cable, copper telephone line comes, and from there you take your get your connections in. Then fiber to the building, quite similar to the previous one, FTTN, fiber to the node. This is a default approach for apartment or office blocks as well as multi-dwelling units. As the name suggested, that connection type has been fiber run to a central spot of the building. So FTTN, it is for a one particular street or a couple of streets, wherein FTTB is for particular building. So instead of connecting that junction box in a central and in a junction box in a road or somewhere, it connects to the particular building. From there, all the consumers take through telephone cable sockets. quite similar than NBVN, FTTN. Fiber to the car. The fiber optic cable is run to street feet at the closest possible point to the premise. A short copper run is then used to get connectivity from the car to your house. In many cases, the connection is 10 to 12 meter or so, but it can be kept up to 150 meters in some cases. The household end of this copper NBN provides a small connection box which you need to provide power for. You then connect your compatible modem router to this end. It provides the internet service. So it's quite a different one. FTTC. It connects the box. Then from there, it comes through a telephone cables, telephone socket. Then from there, you connect again is the internet cable. Then it connects to the modem. Then regular devices. Later on, I'll share this link. So you go through it this in depth for your to gain your knowledge. HFC hybrid cable fiber coaxial. This is basically the same technology that is used to deliver the cable TV subscriptions such as Foxtel. So Foxtel is just a cable TV provider. So if you have been getting a cable TV, then chances are that you will be able to get this particular NBN type of connection type. The great news for is that the connection users insulated wires that helps to minimize interference. So it is like mostly looks like that, instead of giving the connections to individual home, they give the connections to the cable TV connection providers, and whoever has a cable TV connections from that through that using adding the additional device, you can use it for the internet connection also. As you can see the demonstration pictures, installation without pay TV service. So this is outside your premise one box. Then coaxial wall outlet, power outlets, cable that comes to an NBN box to your own or your provider's modem, then to your home phone via PYP. And installation with the existing pay TV or cable internet services, same outside box, junction box. Then it comes to the splitter, which one point goes to a TV, another point goes to a modem. Your two main alternatives is NBN not available in wireless broadband and mobile broadband. The point parts. Okay. So the last option is in case if NBN is not ready, that could be the reason is running with the broadband services or the 4G mobile network. So I'll once you share the link, you scroll up by yourself to know more. So by now, I hope you got a little bit understanding of what is NBN, how it works, and types of it. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these NBN services, basically, we are talking about for the which provides the internet services to the customers. Wherein does it provide mobile data, mobile connections, or not? Does it provide mobile connection or it don't? Anyone, please?
Definitely, it will connect the
Pardon me?
NBN, right? The NBN, right?
Mm-hmm.
NBN definitely will help us out with the mobile connection as well, because basically it is serving the internet.
Okay.
So it
SIM
might help.
card. Okay. So I'll reframe my question. Is that does it provide connects with the mobile SIM card?
No, no, no. It's not really connected, I think.
No,
No. Okay. So how can we use the mobile using this NBN services with the help of wireless connection, Wi-Fi? Correct.
Yes, yes.
We have to get connect with the our mobile through Wi-Fi. Then we can run all the services. We can use our mobile for all the service which runs through the internet. But anything like offline that don't be supportive or don't work with the through NBN. So from that aspect, if I ask like, we make a phone call, we make calls, the offline direct call or through online call, like online calls through WhatsApp or Skype or VoIP and all. So the WhatsApp call, does it happen the offline SIM card based or is it through internet based?
through internet.
Through internet base.
Haven't. Just I was trying to cross check with your basic because even though we use all of this by ourselves, so there's nothing new to it, but still that's changing. So and now this NBN, why we are talking about more in elaboration of NBN services, because as said that we would be dealing with that these different type of services and then selling the NBN tariffs to the customer, and we need to have this basic knowledge. This all this and what type of NBNs and FTTP and SFC and all others, you really don't need to explain the customer all of it because they have got the connections and as said they cannot change it. They cannot demand for to change it. But still we need this information for our own knowledge. Okay. So in the this NBN, if you someone of you been connected with the work for telecom campaign in the last 7-8 years, we know that we are dealing with actually we are rolling out. People are rolling out for from our old networks and then getting on board with the for the telecom services. I mean, fiber cable, fiber NBN, and at that time we are connecting them switching them from broadband to NBN to our desired telecom providers, Opstar, Telstar, and whosoever. By the year of 2020 or probably 20 max of 2022, 95% areas has been covered and people have moved to the NBN now. So earlier when we are working for NBN, it was switching them from broadband to NBN. But now that's almost covered up. So now what we are trying to do is within the NBN, we are changing their telecom service providers. So when we are saying telecom service provider, under NBN itself, probably from Optus to Telstar, Telstar to Optus, or Vodafone to Telstar likewise. There are many telecom service provider now. So we would be, I mean, we are working with one or two, three different providers now. So we will explain the customers the benefit of connecting with us in terms of services, in terms of charges, in terms of device safety assurance, and in terms of data speeds, call quantities like can pay as you go unlimited or whatsoever international call benefit. By the features, you will convince the customer and swap them to the our telecom service provider. This is the major job what we gonna do for their NBN connections and for the mobile connections also. So if you understood how this NBN things works and other swiping part, and I'm sure by now you people are quite aware about the porting because all of us have done it. Earlier, if you used to change the network, we have to get a new SIM card with a new phone number. But nowadays we can keep remain the same phone number and change the service provider up every 3 months to any of our available service provider. Airtel to Jio, Jio to Vodafone, Vodafone to BSNL or anything, whatever is available, I can switch over any other. This is the porting. So same thing applies over there also. Okay. Any questions, any doubt, please?
Okay.
Any
Yeah,
questions,
Brian.
any doubt, please?
Yeah. So which provider actually are we going to port them into?
Pardon me?
Which provider are we going to port them into?
Okay. Yeah, we will discuss about that at the last. The reason being is as said, we are yet to conclude with the 2 to 3. We got 2 to 3 options. We are yet to conclude on it. So once we finalize, definitely we will let you know. Now, as let me check one address. Okay. So as I was just telling about this NVN, check the NVN type of connections. As you can see, this particular address has been connected to the NVN network and they are using the FTTP network. And view the providers in your area. The NVN website provides more information. So here, these all are telecom service providers. It got huge list, like almost like 100 plus. Some of them are really larger one, popular ones. Some of them are newly established. Difference. All the broadband and all. So our providers would be our retailers are one of them, which will let you know afterwards. If I check for the some other address. Well, most premises in the purple service level available area can connect to the service over the NVN. Some premises are require additional works to be completed first. On rare occasions, some premises cannot be connected. Check your address available contact. Could not find your address. 25. Not. So this is connected to FTTC. This one connected to FTTP. This one is connected to FTTC. It goes in this way. Um, It's give me a moment, guys. Ludano or John, in between, if you got something to discuss, please go ahead. Give me 5-10 minutes of time. I'm gathering some info.
From my side, from my end, there's nothing particular to discuss. How about everyone go for maybe a washroom break, or if you want to grab some, water, tea, coffee, anything, just go ahead and take your time. But yeah, don't delay. Give it for a max of 10 minutes. Everyone?
No, Zino, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Datta, by the way, I'm here.
Okay. Everyone, whoever is in, please raise your hand.
Yeah.
Raise your hand, please, so that we get a confirmation. Okay. Someone is here. Samad, Muhammad, Biswajit, Amir, Ravish, Bonny, here too. Pooja is here. Prem is here. Rinku, Ganesh, Vishal. Okay. Some more are here to connect. Please wait for them.
I think one person is also missing because in total the group number was 15. In here right now is 14.
Let's see. Mm. So, mm, guys, whoever is back, not raised your hand, please raise your hand. Who have done it, that's all right. Okay, Muhammad. Ruth Ruth is here to join. Ludwig, can you please check with Ruth? So meantime, while rest of us joining, whoever have joined, could you please reconfirm or ask anything you got in doubts in your mind? Yeah, guys. Whoever has joined, you got any questions in your mind, please ask. If possible to answer now, we will definitely answer. If not, we'll make a note for the next session because we also haven't got the detailed depth informations. So there will be few informations which I would be not able to answer now, but I'm happy to get that inputs and make a note on my next meeting agenda.
I just have a small question. Like, so basically in B2, like B2C, we switch the customer with another provider to Telstra.
Okay, so this is not a Telstra. We are not dealing with directly with Telstra or Optus. We are dealing with some other telecom providers. So how?
Okay.
So we will let you know the company name which we are dealing with last at the last, because as said, we haven't got the proper thorough information. So once we get it, then we'll share it accordingly.
Okay.
But for an example purpose, now you can say we can take one particular one name from one provider to another provider. Let's say they are with Telstra, they are with Optus, or Vodafone, Dodo, anything. We will swap them to our telecom provider. Let's say for an example now, we will take a name of OD or OLD.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The background noise is still again increased. Am I audible
No, no,
to you
it's
guys
okay.
clearly?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine.
Okay. That might be one reason that I'm using the quality headphone, or else I'm myself getting too much annoyed from this
No, no, there is
background
no
noise.
background noise. There is no background noise.
Okay. That could be the reason that I'm using the my headphone, which is quite expensive one. It's that's why using the proper devices as the highly important. Honestly, the kind of background noise I'm facing physically here, I have already informed Luzano. First, I checked with Luzano whether it can be really doable or not. It was really pathetic for me. Okay. So whoever Amir, Frame, Rinku, if you all of you all are back, please raise your hand so that we get to know. Yeah. It looks like Vishwajit is yet to. So Vishwajit is also there. Amir also. Okay, fine. Um. Okay. So Ganesh and Bonnie, let them come. Yeah, that's all right. So have any one of you got any other doubts and question, please, before we move?
Sir,
Yes.
so when we get the uh, uh, fiber connection, fiber optic connection,
Mhm.
they offer the internet, phone line as well as the setup boxes. So are we going to port to different provider all the services or only the internet?
When you said all the only the internet or all the services, what are the services you mean?
Uh, like phone line will be there if we are taking the fiber optic connection. Phone line and
Mhm.
the setup box will be there for the TV.
Set-top box, you mean that NBN box, connection box, or the modem?
Along with the router, there will be another setup box for the TV they will provide.
Correct. The NBN connection box.
Right.
Mhm. Okay. Now I got your question. Good question. This was supposed to be discussed right in the next moment. So, as if you have seen the all different type of NBN connections, if you have closely noticed that, let me share my screen again. Okay, let's go with the first one here. So, Mohammed, if I'm not mistaken, you are talking about this set-top box, right? Yeah, so that we call as a NBN connection box,
Okay.
right? So now, that's why the point now, the most important beneficial point why the switching the retailers are become easier now with the fiber connections is, as we explained, and in the this picture also mentioned, we can see this outside box, utility box, and the inside the NBN connection box is all been controlled by the NBN. So are we changing the NBN company for them? Are we going to change their physical any devices or physical things NBN services? No, we are not doing going here for any physical changes of cables, changing the NBN utility box or the connection box. Nothing. This all physical infrastructures remains to the NBN core, NBN company. So it will remain unchanged and same irrespective of any billing companies, any telecom providers they come with. So here we are changing the tariffs and the billing company. If I just give very layman terms example, or we are porting our mobile network from Airtel to Jio, do you change your handset?
No.
What do you change? The SIM card,
Yes.
and after that, the tariffs, the benefits
Right.
what we get, the benefits what we get, that one, correct?
Yes.
That's happening with the physical SIM. Nowadays, very soon, the eSIM gonna launch. If it is an eSIM, then there don't be any changes of SIM card also.
Mhm.
Everything will happen online. No physical changes.
Right.
So now, so till this NBN utility box and NBN connection box, it will remain unchanged. Any billing company they connect with. Now talking about this modem. So this modem nowadays, uh, all the companies are using the NBN supportive modem, and almost 99% of time, this modem also support any companies. But like if it is Telstra modem, then it may support Optus, it may support Vodafone also. If this modem is Vodafone modem, that may support Telstra also. 1% chances that
Okay.
they don't support, then it has to be changed as a mandatory. Now, 1% is mandatory. Remaining 99%, as said, it don't need to be changed most of the time. But if we are getting a benefit of selling our modem also, then it help us to get extra commissions, and it makes works more hassle free. It's best to sell modem to customer as you get money out of this too, and it's always guaranteed that customers don't be without internet, as sometimes Telstra modem or other providers modem are locked and they don't know the passwords. In this instance, it's better to send our own configured modem so that it definitely works. And we set up remote access to modem of if customer require any changes, we can do it remotely. Which means, let's say, for example, if customer is currently with Vodafone and we are changing it.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
brother.
Okay, cool. So as I was saying, let's say if this modem customer Daniel, if he is currently with Optus and we have explained our tariffs, benefits, everything which they've been agreed, happy to proceed with us. They are using their Telstra connection now. They will be switching to ODL. Well, with our company. Now, what will happen is every company have their own configurations in the order modems and all. So our technician, once customer agrees to move on and they request for it, while it's time to switch over to us, then our technician will try to contact them and take a remote access and connect to their modem. Then do the R configurations. If the modem remain unchanged. So at that time, what do you think? How many customers are having the modem login access? Now on this call, whoever you all are using the fiber connection, you also have a modem with you. But if I ask you a question, do you have a access to your modem configuration mode? Can you log into your modem and see the configuration and make the changes on the configuration?
Nope.
How many of you say yes? Mohammed, you should say
Yes,
yes.
sir.
You are also using a fiber connections, right?
Yes.
Did you ever try to log into your modem?
I tried, sir, and but I cannot make any changes because they have already set it up.
Okay, but do you have the username, password, everything with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anyway, so as I said that most of the time, most of the customers doesn't have it, or even they have also they don't know, or some customers don't even know there are any such thing exist. No offense on it. Everyone is not techie. The person who is techie, they do keep a note of all these stuffs and they do save, then use it for the further purposes. But some of the people, customers, they don't even know what exactly that means. Because they never look into it. So that's where the complicacy comes. If the modem is locked or they don't know the password, then our technicians cannot configure the modem, and in that case, the changes, the sale will remain unsuccessful, the sale will not happen. But if we sell our modems, then first one is, of course, customer has to pay a little bit extra for that. And if they for that which we our commission would be more, point one. And more than that, the most important thing is our works remain easier because we will send our configured modem and with the remote access and everything. So customers just switch from old device to new device and their systems will be up. However, this part we will follow the our supplier's instruction. If our supplier says that we will, if you can convince the customer sell the our modem, then good. We'll try to sell. If this is no, in any circumstances, we don't change it, then we will inform if there are not any changes on it. If any complicated situation arise, then we will see how our technician and technical team solve that out.
My question is a curiosity as well. Okay.
Yep.
Suman here. See, I have worked tactically in service ground plus in the sales ground also in broadband. I have a lot of idea about it, about technical background, modem, router, and all. So my concern is, if suppose I am the person who is working under Geo. I was working in Indian ground, Indian background, okay, not an international.
Right.
All right. So in case if I'm calling a customer for a sales of Airtel customer, somehow I get the data or I collect the data and I call them. I inform them I'm from Geo, this and that thing. I start explaining my plan and I understand their plan as well. So I get an appointment, I went there. So if my plan is better than them, tariff wise, speed wise, whether speed is symmetrical or not, download and upload speed, how much data we are providing, it is unlimited or not, whether we are providing OTT content or not, whether it is fiber connection or not. There's a lot of things we'll discuss with the customer. On the live ground I'm talking about. All right. Then after what we used to do is like we used to replace the router of like Airtel. We don't go with the same router. We have a different router, different set of box, different fiber cable as well. It might be thick or thin.
Yes.
And we'll get good to see like whether port is available for that customer. Airtel has different. We call it in our terms. We call it fat box. That is aligned with poles outside our premises, customer houses and all. Then we just check the port whether port is. So we suppose port has like availability of 16 ports. It's covered with 15. Then one available. Then we let the customer in with our connection. Then in that case, we used to change whole thing. Cable, we change even port Geo to, I mean, Airtel Geo as well, router, everything.
Right.
They will give everything our own, and they might have to like pay for the service, you know. That's a new connection totally. We are not updating. So in case of in background, I mean in Australia, okay, what we are going to do? If suppose I am representing Vodafone brand.
I got your point.
Customer has Optus brand is using Optus internet broadband connection. If okay,
I got your point. Now, I think you missed out the major point which we have explained just 10 minutes ago, a few minutes ago, that how the Australian markets, Australian and NBN things are working there compared to the Indian market. That's the major difference. In India, every company have their own infrastructures, including cable, connection box, pool, modem and everything. They have designed it their own way. That is why one company's modem does not support the another company. One company setup doesn't support another company. But in Australia, that's not the case. So that's why I've tried to explain from the beginning about how this NBN works. Yeah, so or else it don't take so long to explain or understand, because we using the internet or the fiber broadband modem mobile is not so new thing for us now. So this is the difference over there. Cables, all the physical cables, pools and everything till that connection box, it has been taken care by one company only, which is NBN. It's not a Telstra, it's not a Optus. And remember, NBN company is not a competitor of Telstra or Optus or Vodafone, anyone. It is a physical infrastructure supplier distributors for all these telecom providers. Now, since you are from a technical telecom background and you know all this information, so definitely you would be knowing VSNL, not
All right. Okay.
BSN, not BSNL. V as a victim.
Yeah.
Do you heard about BSNL?
BSNL, no.
What is full form of BSNL?
BSNL or BSNL?
There are two terms. In every people publicly it is air about BSNL, Bharat Sansar Nigam Limited.
Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited.
Every people is air about that. But I'm talking about another one. VSNL. V as in Victor.
No, no, I don't have idea about it.
Shall I proceed for it?
Sure.
That is
It
Videsh
would be
Nigam.
Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited.
And what is their functionality in this telecom industry?
I don't know about it.
Providing
Acha.
international connections.
Basically, it's from Tata. If I'm not wrong. Tata.
We are okay. Now these conversations are going quite very deep techie things. So I'm not sure how many of you understand, but in short, I'll just explain one thing that in India, how we are getting the 4G or 5G, it came to India from one particular provider who takes care, was the authorized or the owner has the ownership of undersea cables, fiber cables. Rest all the company are buying this from buying this fiber connections or the 4G connections or the 5G connections from them. That's where the Reliance Jio Mukesh Ambani's major main businesses is. Why Jio is able to provide such a cheaper plans than rest all of it for the 4G plans? Because in India, the 4G undersea cable infrastructure ownership belongs to Jio. So in India, every companies, including BSNL, are using the 4G services. They are taking this service from Jio. So Jio has, even though today, if there is not even a single Jio subscriber in India market, still Jio has their own business. Because Airtel, BSNL, Vodafone, whosoever are willing to take the 4G services, they are paying a certain amounts as a monthly rental to Jio. So, Suman, are you aware about this explanation, these scenarios?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. So, same way, we can say that in Australia, the fiber cabling ownership belongs to NBN company. Telstra, then Optus, Vodafone, whosoever is dealing with fiber connections, they are taking the service from national NBN company. Okay.
Okay.
So now, for that purpose, all these NBN outside of premise utility box, inside the premise NBN connection box, power supply box, everything remain unchanged irrespective of any networks they goes, because it belongs to NBN company, not to any telecom provider company. Then we are talking about the modem. This modem might be provided by NBN, might be provided by their telecom provider, or might be purchased by the customer. All three options can be open. In any situation, this fiber supported, all these new technologies, fiber supported modem comes with a such advanced configuration that supports all the most of the telecom companies configuration. Same modem, they can use it for Tesla or for the Optus or for Vodafone or Dodo, whosoever. The configuration needs to be changed. That's how they have designed it from the beginning. Got it? Is it clear now?
Yes.
So what we said is the modem can be remain unchanged if that supports, but if that doesn't support for any reason, that has to be changed. That, but chances are possibilities of that are quite lesser, that it will not support. But what we said is, if they wants to use their old modem, then sometimes the challenges what we are technical person will face is, if telecom previous providers have not shared the admin credentials or they have locked the modem, then our technician may not able to access it and apply the new changes. Which is why one of our supplier recommend to suggest customer to go with the new modem, so that we provide it with hassle free. But in another point is we get extra benefit also if we sell the modem. Clear now,
Yes.
everyone? Any more doubts? No doubts? Okay. Now here are few NBN monthly tariffs. And most another point to remember, in residential, usually there is no long-term contract. It goes by month-on-month contract. But if we can bring them on a contract, that's a really advantage, so that we have a long-term assurance. However, we'll discuss about those afterwards. Now, let's look into the tariffs. So I haven't got a detailed explanation about the tariffs. Just whatever we got it, we will just explain it. After that, whatever doubts you have, you can ask me. If I can answer now, I'll answer. If not, we'll answer it afterwards. So these are the quite different type of NBN connections tariffs. And right side, the charges for the customer, including GST. Twelve Mbps by 1 Mbps, unlimited data. Okay. So the first plan, 12 Mbps. And unlimited data. This supports for HFC, FTTX. I'm not sure what is FTTX. Then need to cross check with them. Fixed wireless, the charges are $52 per month. Another one is 25 Mbps plan, $77 per month. 50 Mbps plan, which is for HFC and FTTX. That is for 96. 7 fixed wireless, just forget it. Then 100 Mbps plan, $108. Then we have 100 Mbps by 40 Mbps plan, 250 Mbps by 25 Mbps plan, 250 by 100 Mbps plan, 500 Mbps. What please? Hello? Yeah, I'm in a meeting. When who is this? And is it urgent? Please go through that link and submit it. Yeah. No physical jobs available now. Thank you. Okay, so these are the list of the tariffs which you received from one supplier. This is for the NBN connections. And these are the monthly charges including GST. So there would be now some customer who would be paying more than this for the same tariffs, same benefits, or some will be paying less than this. Some will be paying quite very similar of it. Then how will we convince them? That's our practice and preparations and performance. And remember now this ambience connections, what we are saying, this is for the customer who are already with NBN. If any reason, any situation, we find any customer who is still not with NBN, then we cannot offer them any of these services. If you find any such customers, probabilities are very, very less, but still if you find, then you contact us, we will pass it to our OS team for the further situation. But this all plans or this offer does not applies to them. Okay. So on this screen, on this information, it just provided the unlimited data part. What extra things comes along with the data, it did not mention over here. So I'm here to get that info. Once we get it, we'll cover it during the training. That's all in the upcoming next training sessions. I will share this info with you. So after that, once I'm done with the explanation things, when you practice, your major challenges is, major things which you need to do is that how to convince the customer to go with our tariffs and our charges, even though they are paying lesser than this for their previous other existing provider, or if they're paying more, then it don't be an issue. But if they're paying lesser, then it could be an issue. So that's the challenge. How you represent your brands, your the packages, your networks, which will convince the customer to go with us. Okay. Any questions now, further for the NBN connections part? Guys? Anyone
So
has any
right now,
questions?
No,
so
not
right
Yeah.
now
from my
this is
side.
only for data. So right now this is only for data, right?
Yeah, this is only for the data through
Okay.
NBN, and it's a monthly charges, and customer can go on month on month plan. No contract.
And it's also for the resi customers.
This is for the Regi customer, yes. What are the other benefits? We are yet to get it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now is this the stage where we talk about mobile plans. This is for 4G and 5G plan. So nowadays, most of the people prefers to go with the 5G. Very less customers who want to go with the 4G. Here we have a different benefits explained in detail. So as said customer, we either if they want new number, we can provide the new number, or if they want same number to be put, we can do that also. In both the cases, customers will receive the new SIM card, new physical SIM card. Once the eSIM is launched completely for everyone, then we'll go for an eSIM card. That time there will be no physical transformations matters. So what's the first plan for 5G?
It is $24 plan, which gives us
You
unlimited
may
SMS.
you got a wrong one. What's the first plan for 5G?
For 5G, it's $64. Sorry. No.
Sorry, how much?
Uh, it is 5G would be $47.
Why not? Some questions are asking. Please hold yourself to understand. Read and then answer correct one. Don't be hurry, very, very. Because we quite confused on this plan 5GB and 5G. Don't get confused. So first three plans, 5GB, then 10GB, then 22GB. These are the 4G plans. Wherein last four is 5G plans. The charges which you mentioned is include GST. So what is the maximum upload or download speed for $47 plan? 100 by 100.
100 Mbps.
Correct. And the plan name itself is 5G mobile plan 32GB. So that means the data included data is 32GB per month.
Okay.
And no contract. National SMS, national MMS unlimited. So when we say national SMS, which are the state talking about? I would like to hear this from every single person. Then here is mentioned as a national SMS, national MMS.
Like I guess is like under in Australia in any state.
Who was that? Please read out your name and answer. Was that Somnath?
No, Ravish. Ravish was there.
Ellen. Ravish. Okay.
That was rubbish.
That
Yeah.
Ravish. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Next, I want to hear out from everyone.
No, no, it's me, Vishwajit.
So yeah, Vishwajit, what's your answer?
Yeah, I'm saying that is I think is under in Australia, like one state to another state.
Which are the state?
Like suppose like Victoria to New South Wales.
Victoria to New South Wales. One
New
state to
South
another
Wales.
state.
Yes, only in
Okay.
Australia,
Okay. So
not
Ravish
in
said in
overseas.
within Australia, all the states, and Vishwajit said within Australia, one state to another state.
That was
Also,
Biswajit who said that. Ravish, you have something to say about the question, the same question? Your volume is still very low. So far, Tata, just for your understanding, only Biswajit has responded to
answer.
this question. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Amir,
Yes, sir.
answer please.
Sorry, can you just give me a second?
Pardon me. You understood the question?
No, sir. Can you
Why?
repeat it out?
Why was I not loud and clear to all you?
Yeah, it was fine.
Then are you facing any internet issues today?
No, no, sir.
Then why I have to repeat? I don't mind to repeat, but I need to know that why I have to. If I'm loud and clear to you guys, if no disturbance, and if you all are paying proper attention to the sessions, the conversation, then there's not required to repeat any sentences.
Datta, may I say that behalf of you?
Yeah, who is that?
Somnath itself.
Yeah, Som, tell me.
Yeah. So Amir, actually, Datta was telling that there is a free national SMS and MMS, okay, which is unlimited. So it would be for which state? And it would
So,
be for what?
Somnath, answer from you, please.
Okay. So my answer would be it would be in Australia, only for Australia in every state. Like as an
Okay,
example, if the customer is in New South Wales, he can send the SMS or the MMS to Queensland, or in Victoria, or in South Australia, in
okay,
any state.
across Australia.
Yes, all across Australia.
Okay, okay, fine. Now, guys, if I request again to all of you, you all are keeping yourself mute, joining from your work from home. Cams are not turned on. We keep on explaining, and when I ask, you say no questions, everything understood, everything clear. But when you ask for something, you're not able to answer properly. This define as that you are not paying proper attention to the conversation. If you don't like it, you can interrupt and say it. But please don't waste your time as well as our time, and don't disturb others. When you are spending time with us, please be focused, because this what we speak, it may not sound too interested to you, but understand that it's important. That's the reason we are explaining here. And this national as across the national part, it is not something need to be explained dedicatedly. If so far whatever we have explained, if you understood that you can answer. Anyway, now coming to the next, Mr. Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
answer please.
Uh, the national SMS means within Australia to any state, or we can send SMS or mail.
International, I mean India, let's say.
No, we cannot send international. It's only national. Within Australia, we can.
Okay, but through WhatsApp we can send, right?
Yes, using WhatsApp, we can send.
So does that WhatsApp message falls under this tariff part? SMS, MMS, national SMS, national MMS count?
No, no.
Okay. Prem,
Yes, so we can send SMS all over Australia, like from each state to another, but not outside Australia.
okay. Rico, Rico, yes? Do you hear me? We can't hear you. We are not able to hear you, Rico.
I think she mic problem, maybe.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Was that?
Yeah, no worries. Maybe she's having some mic problem. It's fine. It's fine, Rochelle. You can speak when your mic will be all right. Just try to fix it. We can't hear you though, as of now. I can see you're speaking, but we cannot hear you. I think we can move on to the next person until she,
Suman?
fixes her mic.
Yes, yes. Under this plan, we can send SMS within Australia. I mean, such as a state like New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, and all. Entire Australia, I mean, it cover up entire Australia.
Okay. Okay. So to make it short, yes, well, it's for across Australia, or when we say national, across the country, not only for Australia. When you take this global words, so when we say national, it's the across the country. When we say local, that's limits only for that particular state. When it says global, then it includes international also. When it says international, at that time, it does not include the national one. It includes only the international one. When it says national, it includes local as the same state as well as other state in the same country. Local and national both. When it says national. So there are three terms which you might be frequently aware of or you heard of. Local, national, international. Local limited to that one particular state only. While in national, it's for local, that's one same state and other state also within the same country. International, of course, the out of the country. But when it's talk about international, then the the national and local benefits are not applicable, included on that. International is absolutely for the international. And whenever it goes on international, keep that in mind. It might be differs for every country. Let's say for Australia, if they are talking about international, then we are talking global, USA, UK, India, Pakistan, Philippines, and all other countries. Wherein calling or sending messages and all will not be the same charges for all the countries. For USA, it might be one rates. For India, it might be different rates. For UK, it will be different rates. So after the SMS, it's mentioned the included data. So 2 GB, sorry, 5 GB, 10 GB, 22 GB, 32 GB, 50 GB, 90 GB, 120 GB. None of this includes the international roaming. IDD to selected countries. What does this IDD means? I don't know. Anyone is aware about that IDD form?
I think it's an international calling, I guess.
International direct dialing. ISD. Okay. Okay, I see. So we used to say ISD. Now it's known as IDD as well. International direct dialing is an international telephone call that is directly by telephone. Okay. So IDD stands for like very similar to ISD. So international direct dialing to selected countries. As you can see, there are star mentioned. For all these 5G plans, it's mentioned unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. But see the international calling section for list of countries. That means it's unlimited, not for all the countries, it is for the selected countries. And when it comes to the MMS, it's mentioned that does not include video MMS. Some of the picture MMS includes that. Which means if customers send a video MMS, considering this MMS is free, then it's going to charge them extra, deduct from their balance, or if it is a postpay plan, then it's going to charge them extra. Or if no postpay plan, no balance, then the video MMS would be failed. Okay. Any doubts, questions on this, guys?
And video MMS is not only for images, not include the videos, right?
Only the picture, yes. Video MMS is
Okay.
not included. So if they
Okay.
still wish to send it, then it's going to charge them extra.
Okay.
Okay. They have a 32 GB data tariff plans are $47. Then 50 GB dollar plans, 50 GB plans are $52. 90 GB plans are $64. 120 GB plans are $79. That includes GST. This is for one connection, one one plan. Now, if customer has multiple plans and multiple SIM cards, then we can offer them multiple plans. Every numbers they can choose the plans as per their requirement. Depends on the consumption. Okay.
Okay.
This here is just a sample script now. It might get changed, but for now this is one. So can someone please read out the script for mobile plans? Is it visible or shall I enlarge this little bit?
Increase little bit. Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Someone please read it out. Someone please read it out. Vishwajit?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, well, hi, John. This is Nick. Well, I was wondering if you would be open to looking at some better mobile plans for your family business. Could I ask how many mobile services are being used in your family business? Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Who you currently with? If they say Telstra, then talk only positive about the network. Yes, they have the best network coverage, good mobile internet connection. The only thing is it's expensive. Are there any issue you face with the connection, network or internet speed, etc.? Well, we are a Telstra wholesaler, so you can enjoy all the benefits of Telstra network for a much cheaper monthly bill. Would you saving some money while not compromising on the network benefit you there? Then they can discuss the plans.
Okay. Now, someone else please read out for the NBN. Someone else please come forward and read it out. Don't wait for me to take the name.
Well, hi, John. This is Sham. Are you still at this address? Well, I was wondering if you would be open to looking at some better options for the NBN connection you have there, as there has been a lot of investment made in your suburb by NBN, and seems your address is not getting the full benefit. Could I ask what you see, what you use the NBN for? who you are currently with. Are there any issues you face with the connection? Maybe the speeds are low sometimes and sometimes it just drops. Well, the main reason that happens is you are the one. You are on residential grade NBN at this stage, which when was designed was for basic internet usage such as emails, banking, paying bills, etc. Over the years, the way internet is being used has changed drastically. Uh, drastically. Now you are able to get business grade internet, which will be more stable and better speeds. Would stable and faster internet connection benefit you there? Then they can discuss the plans.
Hmm. You got any bit of hint?
Sorry.
So got a little bit of hint of it.
Yeah, they can use the discuss the plans, need to discuss with the plans and all. Datta, I'm just rejoining back because I don't know what the sound is coming from my end. I'm just leaving the meeting and just rejoining back within 1 minute.
Sure. So anyone else, please go for the this mobiles one. Okay.
Okay, let me try it. Suman here. Hi, John. This is Sam. Well, I was wondering if you would be open to looking at some better mobile plans for your family business. Could I ask how many mobile services are being used in your family business? Who are you currently with? If suppose they say Telstra, then talk only the positive about the network. Yes, they are the best in network coverage, good mobile internet connections. The only thing is it's expensive. Are there any issues you face with the connections, network, as well as internet speeds? Well, we are a Telstra wholesaler, so you can enjoy all the benefits of Telstra account for a much cheaper monthly bill. Would
Mhm.
what is it? Monthly bill. Okay. Would be saving some money while not compromising on the network benefit you there. Then they say can discuss the plans.
Mhm.
That's all, no?
Yeah. So it looks like a very short script, right? Um, so I said we will just whatever we discuss now, we will pass it to all of you. You go through this all, prep your own little bit practice, and prepare your complete script with what probably questionnaires is what all need to be asked, the name, address, and all other stuffs. So that you get hang of it and you can scroll in Google to know more about MBS and different type of different telecom providers and their existing their tariffs, this tariff difference and everything. And compared to others, are we cheaper or are we expensive? And then if we are cheaper, then what would be your web approach? If we are expensive, then what would be your web approach? So even though we did not mention you the telecom provider name, which we will be providing, but please do consider that we are not the from that high reputed one like Tesla or Trust and Vodafone Guru. We are one of other telecom providers who are small players. So even we are small players, still we can sell our products to the customers by highlighting few specified things in terms of providing service, quality services, good supports, and assurance of on-time services, on-time responses, all these stuffs. So make a note of all these rebuttals and everything. We will wind up the session now, but that does not mean that you are free to go to your end, log out and do nothing. Monday, you have a time till Monday morning. Now it's 12. We will let you go off for the meeting now. Monday morning, before you log in, you should have these all things ready. One basic common script and comparison with other providers. Two comparison point, your rebuttals. One, when we are cheaper than the existing one and we are expensive than the existing one. For the mobile tariffs as well as NBN tariffs. Am I clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
This is Amir. So, the previous script has been changed, right?
Previous?
Previous script, sir, which we were using previously in the Thursday. Thursday we were using not the same script which.
Okay, that was for commercial. The talking is referring to commercial script that the. Okay, guys, let's not be confused. Tata, you want the rest of them to start dialing from Monday morning. Is that what it is?
We will notify. We'll notify. Please be in touch because the today's training is not completely over or for the successful mock calls and all, right? Because even we do not have a whole information with us. We'll notify you. But Monday, when you talk about dialing, you will dial as it is for the commercial one. And whoever is not, whoever are dialing for NSW, stop dialing for NSW. Just log into the commercial just to gain that telecom field experience. But meantime, we will get the info and probably Monday will again join for the training sessions with the further informations because we are experiencing slight delay from my coordinator to share the information. But as said, you need to be prepared with these practice things. Basics, you got the information now with following this, the whole script, how it should be in terms of data captures and everything. Then on that major important things is compare or with the existing provider. Your approaches, rebuttals, if we are expensive than the existing one or if we are cheaper than the existing one. If we are cheaper, then it's quite easier to approach, but we are more major focus is if we are expensive, then what are the rebuttals? And keep that in mind. We are not a highly reputed brand like Tesla, Optus, Dodo, Commander. We are not from that. So customers' mindset get changed on that. Do work on it. Whatever you things comes to your mind, how whatever possibilities, be in the position, whatever you are, freshers, experienced, whatsoever, go for it. But don't be in a blank face. Do not be in a blank face.
Is it clear to all of you? Whatever Tata's just trying to explain. Okay, so regarding this tele campaign, you all have to prepare, prepare your own rebuttals. Two scenarios have been given. Let's say we approach the customer and we did a comparison. We ask them for their current tariffs and we get the rates, how much they're paying, what are the features they are getting currently. So after obtaining this information from the customer, we'll start doing the comparison with our rates, even be it for NBN or for the mobile plans. So whatever data has shown earlier regarding the rates, different rates, for the mobile plans, monthly, how much they need to pay, what are the features included. So everything is there. After we do the comparison. Okay, Tata, your background noise is coming with now.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better now. It's quiet now. Okay, so so when we do the comparison, we'll get to know whether the rates that we are offering is cheaper or is more than what the customer is currently paying, right? So two scenarios wherein our rates are cheaper, and the second scenario is wherein whatever they're paying right now is cheaper and ours is more expensive for the customer. So in these two scenarios, in these two cases, what could be the responses? What could be the rebuttals that you can provide to the customer? Like for first scenario, if our if our rates are cheaper and we are, providing customer the same kind of benefits that they're getting, then it becomes a little easier to convince the customer and to bring over the customer to our provider. But the challenges will be when the customer is paying less and the rates and the plans that we are offering is higher. So in such cases, we need more, convincing words or rebuttals. So that's based on these two scenarios, come up with your own rebuttals, make your own approaches, prepare those things. That's one. Now the second thing is, like that I've mentioned regarding this tele campaign, the complete the complete procedure is not finished yet, so we will not be dialing for residential at this stage, as in from Monday we will not be dialing. So on Monday, everyone present in the session will continue to dial for the commercial, telecom commercial campaign. So coming back to Amir's question, the script that was provided earlier, you will continue to use that until the time you are advised to, start using the other script, which we read it out today in the session. That is for the residential script. So in order not to get ourselves confused, the script provided to you earlier, that is for commercial script, and the script which we just read or we just went through in this session, that is the residential script. So on Monday, when you guys get back to work and start dialing, use the commercial script that was offered to you before, right? Calling you from NBN comparison team, the starting of the script, that particular script you need to use and log in. And that is for commercial script and for B2B commercial customers, not residential. Okay, so just stick to the script and everyone continue dialing as usual. The regular ones who have been dialing from before continue as it is, and we will inform all of you when to start dialing for residential. Is this clear to all of you? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
No confusion.
Okay. Somnath, are you back in?
Yeah, I am already in since last
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes.
So all clear, no confusion, right?
No, not from my end.
Lieutenant, just
Yeah.
one point, guys.
Hopefully that's
Today, yeah, we will end up the session, guys. Just I would like to share today's this experience as I was saying from the morning onward that I have a lot of background noise next to my house, which you have realized just now when I opened up my all the windows and everything. Um, we actually we are using one call center dedicated model of headset, which dedicatedly manufactured for the call center. So the way it is, like I will just join from my mobile in this session and open up the window. You'll see what is my actual background noise. Now all of you are doing a work from home, so the kind of situation what I'm facing today, I'm sure all of you face this any point in time at your home also, and these are things are beyond our control. We can't go to our neighbors and tell them, hey, stop the mic, this and all our stuffs. They don't give a shit on it. But due to that, our work should not be get affected as today, I don't know, but with my still my background noise is really annoying me. I'm not feeling to talk at all. But that's why repeatedly I was asking to listen, also checking the background even in the session also. But are you guys still able to hear me properly? And what is the affections of my background noise?
Yes, clear.
It's
It's
very
pretty
It's
clear.
clear,
Yeah,
clear.
now see.
no background noise at
There
all,
is no
actually.
noise.
Okay, I'll open it my windows slowly and then I'll join from my mobile device. I have a specific reason to do this. How about now?
It's
Clear.
clear, sir.
Is it still
Yeah.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll mute up on the
Yes, sir.
this device and I'll join from my mobile. Then you see the what is actually my background noise. Right, that joke. Am I audible?
The
Yeah,
noise
Yes, sir,
you
looks
are
like
background noise.
audible, but there is a
background
lot
noise.
Hello?
of noise.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're
Yeah.
audible.
Yes.
You are
How about
audible,
my
sir,
background
but
noise?
background. Yeah, yeah, we hear that. We can hear that.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
we can
not
hear you.
much.
Okay, hold on. How about now?
No, it's clear, sir.
Clear.
Okay. So you heard that from morning I have joined. What was my background situation? But still, it did not
Yeah.
affect the work. It's because
Mm.
of this quality of headphones. So we insist all of you to use the quality headphones, and we will. I'll inform Sheetal to go for a share the brand name and contact information. There are happen to be our uh, headphone service provider vendor suppliers from Bangalore. You can contact them by taking our references. You will get a home delivery. And second point is if you face this kind of situation at your home, so please do not give these excuses for not for login. That's all, guys. I'll you have a wonderful day. We can enjoy it, work on it, and we'll get connect on Monday again. And this time, please be focused and sort out your all the other issues so that we can get success on this at least. Finally,
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
thank you. Somnath, you also Monday go this calling trial, and we'll connect Somnath and Amir. We'll connect with you probably second after 10 or 11 for the further discussions.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a lovely
Thank you,
weekend.
Miss.
Lovely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Datta. Bye, all. Thank you, Luzino.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.